All right, guys, a last story, and then we get back to the chat. I know we have a lot of TNA fans in the chat tonight, so I'm going to throw you guys a bone. If you are a TNA fan and you're here with us, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, head to patreon.com/the Mike and JD Show, where I will be back with very likely another double episode this coming up weekend because we got Victory Road that's tomorrow night. So Impact was tonight. Victory Road is tomorrow night. And so I'll be back on Saturday. I'll be live on the Patreon, and you guys can come in, and I always do a little chat session with everybody, and I recap the shows and talk all the news. Well, TNA got some good news this week, and so I thought I'd go ahead and talk about it. Victory Road, that is tomorrow night, is likely to become the best-selling United States show of 2024 for TNA. PW Insider is reporting that the event in San Antonio is expected to become the company's best-selling show in the U.S. for 2024, with only limited tickets available. The September 13th show and the following night's TV taping are shaping up to be a massive success. So it looks like the previous one was actually Hard to Kill, where they were like 1,600. So it looks like they've blown past that. Wow. Essentially with like a C show in Victory Road. They're doing this on a 2-week build in San Antonio. Hold on, Dobby's been getting the count for me. He's been giving me the updated stats every week for Brace for Impact, but the floor seats just sold out. They're in a pretty big venue called the Boeing Center. They did a really good job of pandering to the military, but I was like, because San Antonio is a huge military community, and I was like, they should have sent Steve Macklin out there to go do that, but they did not. They sent Nemeth and Moose and Laredo Kid to go around and pander to San Antonio people, but they still like knocked it out of the park. But
Laredo Kid, I get. Why wouldn't they send Macklin? Why wouldn't they send a military guy?
I mean, it could have been a scheduling thing, but I was like, look, San Antonio, I would say San Antonio and Honolulu, or like Oahu, like this island, the two biggest military communities in the U.S., I would say. It's huge. And so we typically, as you guys have known, every time Macklin loses a match, I get fucking pissed.
Every time.
But, we take care of our own, right? And so especially like enlisted guys, and we make up the largest fighting force, enlisted people. We outnumber the officers by quite a bit. So we would have definitely come out to support Macklin.
How many think they're going to hit? Think they hit 2K?
Probably 17, 18 for them, but for TNA, that's pretty damn
fucking
good.
Awesome. Like that's. Yeah. I remember going to TNA shows, Impact shows at the old Skyway studio when it was like 100 people and some chairs. Like they've really for TNA, they're hot. Yeah, company's hot. Like everything is relative, but for TNA, this is some good crowds for them. They're doing a good job keeping their faithful. And I hated on this. I'll be the first to admit it. The WWE thing is helping them. Can't say it isn't.
Yeah, it is. And, people are trying to give credit to old Spooky Chew, Wendy Chew, but most of these tickets were sold before she was announced last night as being a part of it. So the Swink in the Voices of Wrestling chat calls her Spooky Chew. And I was like, somebody should make a song called Rock and Roll Spooky Chew based off of the Rick Derringer song. And I did it.
Oh, good. Oh, you didn't.
I did it.
Did you have it?
Do you want to hear it?
Mike, you know the answer to that question.
All right. I did do it. This is the debut.
You are dangerous with this stuff.
I am dangerous.
So
honestly,
dangerous.
I'm probably going to delete my account after this one.
No, you damn well better not.
But so I had this idea. I had this like rock and roll, hoochie coo rock, that song. But I was like, what if we did the rock and roll Spooky Chew? The Queen of Nightmares is coming for you. So I started putting that together, and I kind of made a little ditty here. Let me crank this up. We need the people to be able to hear this.
The sweet team is here. Rock and roll, Spooky Chew. Dreams will come and haunt you too. Rock and roll, Spooky Chew. She's the girl of your nightmares. She's coming for you. She's the queen of dreams. You won't stand a chance. Messing with Wendy Chew, you're in a trance. She hits you with the pillow, knocks you to the floor. You're stuck in a nightmare, begging for no more. Rock and roll, Spooky Chew.
All right, that's enough of that. I think we lost a bunch of viewers after
Dude, you know what's sad about that? It sounds like something Jimmy Hart would have done for WCW in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like it's not it's awful, don't get me wrong, but it's not as awful as pro wrestling music typically is. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of fits.
It kind of fits. Like it's like a parody, thing. And I'm not actually like being mean to her at all. Like
There's nothing mean.
yeah. But I thought I just had the idea and I just could not get the damn idea out of my head. And I'm blaming the Swink and the Voices of Wrestling Discord. It's all his fault.
Did you post that in the Discord? Because you should.
I have not. I was like, I wanted to debut it on the pod.
You should.
So.
I mean, like tomorrow at some point, you really should tag the Swink and like post that because it's
yeah.
Too good.
You know, I think I will. I'll put, but I'm gonna tweet because I have I just like made a little video for like it's just her picture in like a Apple movie, just her picture with the song. That way I can upload the audio to Twitter. So
I wonder if it's similar enough to Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo where we're gonna get sued.
No, it's completely it's completely different because it goes rock and roll hoochie coo, rock and roll hoochie coo. Come on out and spread the news, whatever it is. Yeah. So completely different. And it's not different riffs, different everything, but it's in the style of Rick Derringer.
So so Jimmy Hart, you Jimmy Harted this thing.
I Jimmy Harted and what Dale Oliver.
Dale Oliver, yeah.
Two of my musical heroes.
Marvelous Me. Still one of the greatest of all time. You are significantly dangerous, and I'm going to need something every week from you on this show because now you've set a precedent that must be followed up on.
Well, you got to give me ideas. I paid $10 and I got 500 songs. I've already canceled the subscription because I'm like, my wife's not gonna let me play with this stuff any longer. I'm having way too much fun.
Okay, so we have a group thread with John Muse. So John, we need to throw Mike ideas whenever we have them. We have a month to put together a catalog of ridiculousness. So that is my challenge to our good friend John Muse and I.
Yeah, of just really bad song ideas, which is what I just had.
Oh,
but
terrible.
It's so funny. It's like it's not even really it's a stupid song, but it's not even a bad song. Just like the software just kicks it out.
It's corny, but I mean, like it's no more corny than what we hear. Like, what's that guy who does WWE music? Def Rebel? That's not any worse than anything that guy has done.
Yeah, like, Dobby just referenced him. Like, better than 90% of the Def Rebel stuff. Yeah.
Like that's no worse than the LA Knights song. The LA Knights song is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. It's so awful. Yeah. But that guy, it's too bad too, because like as much who are those other guys, the CEOs? Those guys were way better than what we have now.
I thought CEO was good because they had the Nakamura song and
they didn't loop like they got criticized because their shit would loop, but I mean, like, who cares? It was fine.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to the chat one last time and then we'll go ahead and move on. IO Productions, in other words, they'll top the Hard to Kill crowd number from the Palms, of course. Dobby says $10 GA tickets for military was a smart move. Military loves free and cheap. It's our favorite thing. And we love to be pandered to. Absolutely. Which is why every politician loves the military. You guys will always notice that. If you get one politician that comes out against the military, they lose. Like it's a losing strategy. So
I've never heard. Well, I can't say that. There have been politicians that have said, but very few and far between.
Yeah. They're reading the dogs, JD. They're reading the dogs. They're reading the cats. Sorry.
I work in a high school, and the fact that my high school kids were like, "This guy's like, can you believe this crap?" I mean, like, it made me feel good for like the future that people were like, "What is this guy talking about?"
Yeah, I almost made a "They're Eating the Dogs" T-shirt. Then I was like, I don't want like our T-shirt, my T-shirt thing flooded with Trumpers.
Okay. I'd take their money. I need a song to "They're Eating the Dogs." What could like?
Unfortunately, somebody already did it, and like it was on Twitter today. Yeah, it was like they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and they put a video of Trump dancing. It was pretty funny.
I gotta see that actually. I was hoping we could capitalize on this, but I'm as always behind the curve.
Yeah, Keep It Wolfson says last time TNA was in Dallas, there was like 200 people there. Yeah,
that's a big.
And then people, Nathan and Terrence like the Wendy Chu song. So there you go. And they said it's better than her actual ring music. I've never heard her ring music. I just saw her choke out Jordan Grace on Tuesday night. I watched that clip, and she's wrestling Jordan tomorrow night on Hard to Kill. And Hard to Kill, lot of rematches. I wish it was a better storyline driven card, but look, whatever they did it right. They were able to get people in there, and so I think the relationship with WWE has definitely benefited them because guys like Joe Hendry and then people like Jordan Grace, and they just had Hammerstone on NXT this week.
I saw that.
I had a good little match, 5 minutes. He lost in 5 minutes. Everybody's like mad. I'm like, he just lost in 5 minutes on TNA. Come on, like 2 months ago. So relax.
He's fine.
Yeah,
he's always wanted to do WWE stuff, and that's probably his best shot to try to get in there. So good for. I thought that. So man, good for Hammerstone. I know it's like a bucket list thing for him.
And then John Mew says it fits in with the Fabulous Ones video era. Yeah, well, that's what I was going for. It was Rick Derringer. It was like that was the tribute to Derringer.
John, you heard my challenge. We need to challenge Mike with this before he runs out.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, that's gonna do it for us this week. Like I said, go to patreon.com/the Mike and JD Show. If you're just a fan of the audio and you just listen to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, you can get this right to your Patreon feed, and it'll be ad free. You'll get it before everybody else. Joe and Rich typically get it out sometime on Friday, but you'll have this in your inbox right before you wake up in the morning. I get it up immediately after the show is over. And then also we do bonus content like overtime. I will pop in randomly, do articles. JD's doing fiction stories. We got all kinds of stuff like that. And then of course, if you're a TNA fan, our Patreon is probably the best place to be because I don't think anybody really covers in audio form TNA the way that I do on Saturday mornings. I got my man Dobby the Brain Heenan coming up with statistical analysis of their ticket sales. Get people contributing to the show all the time. And so, come on, be a part of the party. Go to patreon.com/the Mike and JD Show. And that is going to do it for us this week. And until next time, mahalo.
Competition starting to get thick, it's the click, so I hope you work your A game. A-Made, no lane from the track when we unite and spit. This isn't A game, better bring your A game.